Hi everyone, Larry Wesley with the Cat-Eye Network at Bethune-Cookman College Athletics. We're outside of the Larry Hanfield Center discussing football at Bethune-Cookman University. The last 4-5 years at Bethune-Cookman under the leadership of Brian Jenkins has been nothing but phenomenal. 4 championships in 5 years, 2 national championships and 3 playoff berths. And at the end of the 2014 football season, capping off a splendid Florida Classic victory over Florida A&M in overtime, 18-17, and we're outside of the Hanfield Center today to discuss the future of Wildcat football at Bethune-Cookman University. After the football season has ended, Coach Brian Jenkins has had several inquiries about coaching elsewhere. He decided to take the head coaching job at Alabama State University in Montgomery, Alabama on Tuesday a week ago, which has taken Bethune-Cookman to this point in time where we are right now, outside of the Hanfield Center, where in just a few moments we'll be entering the building for a very significant press conference to discuss the future of Bethune-Cookman athletics and football, particularly with one Lynn Thompson. I'm going to toss this right now inside to the press conference. The next time you will see me, we'll be having an intimate conversation with the next head football coach of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Merry Christmas. How's everybody doing today? That's good. And I'm Kaylin Bruce. I am a recent graduate here at Bethune-Cookman and also one of the special projects manager for the Cat-Eye Network. And I'm just here to open up and welcome you all here for the press conference. Now we have Mr. Brian Harvey, who will start everything off.
Thank you so much. I want to welcome everyone on Cat-Eye Network that's following us. I want to thank you all for subscribing. I want to thank members of the board of trustees here, boosters, family, friends. Happy holidays. This is a fantastic time. It's been 5 wonderful years under Brian Jenkins, and now it's time to turn to the next chapter. We've had a wonderful 2014 season, another MEAC championship, 4 in the last 5 years, and that just sums up the career that Brian Jenkins had here at Bethune-Cookman University. It was another tough year, but again, wonderful year, fun. Want to thank the members of the media that came here and supported us throughout the year. Couldn't have done it without you guys as well. It's been fun. And yet again, it's also time to turn to the next chapter. It's sad when you lose someone, but it's also happy when you bring someone else in. So at this time, I'd like to invite Lynn W. Thompson, our Director of Athletics, up as we get ready to introduce what will be the next chapter in Bethune-Cookman University football.
Good afternoon and Merry Christmas. Thanks so much for all of you who have joined us on your lunch breaks. There's no truth to the rumor that we are offering free lunch today. As a matter of fact, Kelvin Maynard from Kelvin Maynard Allstate is taking everybody in here to lunch. Kelvin, thank you so much. Well, this has been a whirlwind of the past few days for us as we have begun a mission, a journey to continue the university's quest towards greatness. And as you know, much has been printed, much has been said about what we were doing, coming off a legendary 5-year run. And when you have success like we did, folks come calling. And they will call every year. And we are so proud of what has transpired during the course of the last 5 years here under the leadership of Coach Jenkins. And we're even prouder, and our best wishes and prayers go with him as he begins the next journey in his life. We can never forget the impact that those 5 years have meant to this program and to this community at large. New young people have come here, a group of professionals, fans around the globe who have followed Wildcat football. And we are eternally grateful for their support and yours. And as we begin our process of where do we go now, we had to take stock of so many different things. And here's what we discovered. We discovered first and foremost that this university has a rock solid commitment to its athletics program. as the reigning all-sports trophy winner in the MEAC. That commitment was evident from a phone call by our chairman of our Board of Trustees, Dr. John Harrington, saying we have the utmost confidence in you and your staff to find our next head football coach. Face-to-face meetings with our president, Edison O. Jackson, indicated the level of support from the administration. And he simply said, carry on. And then all of you who have stopped me, texted me, called me with your choices, your wishes. No checks were attached though. But I'm taking note today, and I would ask our cat-eye cameras to catch these folks so that we can collect a little later on. But the most important thing for us was that you cared. This is a big deal for us. It's so much a big deal that we had to make sure that we turned over every stone. As I mentioned previously in the press, this is not a cattle call. This was not an application process. Because of our 5-year run, we were not looking to become champions. We are champions.
All right, that's right.
And the next head coach had to understand that, accept that, and agree to work with us and lead us to reaching higher standards. And so, with that charge, we simply hit the road during the last 6 days. Yes, we have talked with head coaches, assistant coaches around the country, but there was a commonality there. Each of the ones that we talked to had been a part of this program. What that meant for us is that they understood the culture. They respected the legacy, and they were ready to embrace the mission. And so, we sat down, my staff and I, and we put all the data in front of us. 5 years, 4 MEAC championships, 3 NCAA appearances. Countless young men graduated. As a matter of fact, last week we graduated 9 during the mid-year graduation. And it led us to 3 important factors. We wanted to first and foremost maintain our status as a perennial championship program. The second factor for us was that we wanted to maintain our solid academic progress within the program. And the third was to continue and even increase by putting on the field an exciting brand of Wildcat football. So we determined that the person that needed to lead our program had to be familiar with our customs, our culture, our fans. And there was one common thread that allowed us to be successful during the course of these years. And it's called continuity of leadership. We had an opportunity to continue our quest, to preserve virtually intact our staff, and to continue on our mission with our young men in this program to win the 5th MEAC championship this coming year, and to compete for a national championship as well. And so, to protect those values, we sought best to stay in-house.
All right.
And the common theme for us was, who can lead this program? And we looked to the rock of the program over the last 4 to 5 years. And it is my pleasure to introduce to you the new head football coach at Bethune-Cookman University, formerly the assistant head coach, now head coach of the Fighting Wildcats, Mr. Terry Sims.
I may not even need this microphone, but I want to start off by number one, thanking the man upstairs, because without him, this would not be possible. Okay? I have to thank the Board of Trustees, Dr. Jackson, and Lynn Thompson for giving me this opportunity. Okay? I want to thank my family for sticking behind me, standing in there when it was long nights, long weeks, long months, but it's all paid off. Okay, and I would not be myself if I did not thank Coach Brian Jenkins. He brought me here 5 years ago, and let him tell the story. I hired myself, but you know, he has allowed me to be a large part of everything that happened in this program for the last 5 years. And I think that has a lot to do with me being where I am now, because I had the opportunity to put my hands in on the ground level, and we will continue to build this program brick by brick, like we started in 2010. We'll build men, okay? And I have to thank these guys who believe in me. They're standing here with me. Coach Jenkins has not bothered any of them because he wants them to stay and help me, and I appreciate that. I can't thank you guys enough for helping me. And we all know that it takes a village to raise a child. So Wildcat Nation, the ones that have been around, keep coming. The ones that have not been out, come out. The ones that have come and stopped, come back. We need everybody to make this happen. Thank you. I know I got a whole bunch of questions coming about the offense and everything else. Y'all hit me outside. We're ready for them.
Any questions at this time? We'll take first from the media and then a couple from fans.
Just curious as to timetable between you and Lynn both. What, how many different people you chatted with, and did you sort of have Terry in mind the whole time, or just trying to hold it down?
Coach Sims was a factor from day one for us. But I had to do our due diligence, and we zeroed in on 5 people. He was one of the 5. And the more we talked, and Terry and I spent several hours the last couple of days, just basically having some chats about life in general, vision, and as we talked, I began to formulate a decision. But the bottom line was, why go away from somebody who was an integral part of what we have already built? And if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right. That wasn't me.
You heard background singer. We're going on the road next week.
And Terry, were you in town during this whole process? Did you leave? Was it all done in person and on my phone? And just what was your anxiety level when you knew that they were talking to other people?
It was all in person, and again, you know, I'll put Coach Jenkins in this. I had a choice to stay around and wait to see what happened or go with him. He told me, take your time. If you got a chance to get a head job, they don't come easy. He told me to take my time, and I thank him for that. So yes, I was here the whole time.
How confident are you going to vote?
I'm very confident. I'm a confident person. I thought I had the job when he left.
All right. Say so. Say so. Say so.
Say so.
Say so.
You got it back. You can say it.
He's right. And before Brian left, Brian and I had some heart talks as well. And you know, and it's important for an AD and a head coach to have that open line of communication in case of, you know, and it's, from my vantage point, it became a no-brainer for us. Now, we don't have to worry about uprooting a lot of people. We don't have to worry about kids on the team being uncertain about their futures, the style of play and things like that. And one thing, if you're dealing with the lives of young people, they need consistency. This offers the university the best opportunity to provide consistent leadership in our quest to stay on the championship road.
How's your game day style? If you've never been a head coach, you really don't know what your personal style is going to be until you're in the line of fire.
Correct.
But knowing you know your personality better than anybody does, I assume. How
Right.
was your game day demeanor and style similar and or different from Ryan?
I will be different from Coach Jenkins.
I
He
asked
was,
that Coach Johnny just walked in.
I'm a little bit more mild-mannered guy, but I'm a people person. I like to be around people. Coach Jenkins, he chose to be by himself on game day. That was just the way he did it. He didn't want a lot of people bothered. So we will be different in that sense. Now, walking around the field, I don't know if I'll do that. We'll have to find something else to do. I can't copy everything that he does.
Can you just talk about your excitement level at this point?
My excitement level, I'm trying to hold it all back. I'm bubbling right now. I mean, it's a great Christmas gift. I can't explain how excited I am right now to get rolling.
And did you say all of the assistants will be staying?
No, sir, I did not say all. I said there are a large number of our guys. We have our nucleus of coaches that will be staying.
That, pretty much all of them, or what's?
You want me to name them all for you?
Sure.
That'll help you out. We'll have Coach Jones, our associate head coach, defensive coordinator. He'll be here. Coach Pryor, our offensive coordinator. He'll be here. Coach McCray, who has a new title now. He is now the assistant head coach, tight ends coach. He'll be with us. Coach Earl Lane will be here, our defensive line coach. Coach John Powers will be here, our offensive line coach. Coach DJ McCarthy, our player personnel guy, will be here. Coach Terry Williams, our corners coach, will be here with us. Hell Wildcat, he'll be here. And Coach Carl Franks will be with us. He had to be out of town for some other business, but our running backs coach will also be back.
What about actual style on the field? Will you play, will that be changing much?
Not a whole lot, because one thing we did when we got here in 2010, we put a blueprint together athletically and academically, and we'll continue to follow it. Now, to answer the question that I know is next, I'll help you out. Yes, the offense will speed up this year, and we will open it up a little bit more. So you can write that down now. I want to go through that. Is that it?
Have you had other offers while you were here in 5 years?
Yes, I have. I have interviewed for the Morgan State head job. I had interest from Prairie View A&M University and Savannah State. And twice from Tennessee State. Thank you, sir.
And what was you thinking throughout that?
I really didn't want to leave for an opportunity that I didn't feel would be best for me and my family at this time. And I'm at home.
All right.
I've been here. Everybody here has made me feel welcome, made me feel at home. Why leave? That's it.
Okay, any questions from fans at this time?
Go ahead, Mom.
Are we going to continue the legacy walk?
Without a question. That is part of the blueprint that I'm talking about. We won't change a lot. Mr. Thompson just said, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So we will continue to go along. Coach Jenkins sat in that building in 2010 with a bunch of men with like ideas. We made a plan. We worked the plan. We were successful. Why change?
How do you determine what student carries the picture of Mary McLeod when I found it?
I can't tell you that. Oh, I know who she is. Yes, ma'am.
Will you continue with an open line of communication with alumni?
Yes, ma'am. And they can all have my cell number if they want.
All right. We'll take it.
Exactly.
We'll take it. was recruiting season. So with the change, have you had, some that have committed who said, well, no, I'm not coming, or how's that going?
No, ma'am. And I keep going back to him, but the last weekend that we had a recruiting weekend, Coach Jenkins and I sat down. He said, if you get this job, all the names on the board are free game. It's recruiting. But the guys that are in on the visit this weekend, we're not going to bother. So it was a gentleman's agreement, I guess you could say. So, no, we haven't had any kids to call back and say we're not coming. It's been the exact opposite. You're right. Yes, sir.
Let me ask you, Coach, beyond the X's and O's and building in student athletes, what do you do for fun?
Ride my motorcycle. That's about as extensive as it gets. Yes, sir.
Can we bring back the Thursday night coaches fan guy?
Radio show?
Yeah.
Yes, we will, because Kevin Maynard will sponsor. Correct?
Well, you just set yourself up here.
But yes,
I will get everybody here. He didn't say I was taking everybody to lunch. I was supposed to take you around. He didn't say I was paying. Get everybody here some policy holders too. For all that we can work on.
yes, I would love to start a radio show back. I really would.
Coach, would you be a little more lenient?
No.
I will be. I do a lot of my talking up close. So it will look like I'm being a little bit more lenient. I can put it like that. That's it.
I want to, before we do, I want to ask one of our Hall of Famers, and the man whose name adorns this room that we're in, that's Harold Lucas. Coach, can you come up for a minute, please? He's probably the oldest Wildcat in the room, and I'm not trying to
Call him out.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth. He's been an integral part of this program, and I just think, Coach, it would be robbery if we didn't get you to say something about what is going on here today.
First of all, I know that Coach Sims knows that there's no substitute for work. I've watched them very patiently do the things that they have done since they've been here. I approve of almost everything that they have done. I can't say how much this opportunity to thank them for the things that they have done in the past, and I can't say how much I'm expecting of you, because the blueprint has been laid. The things have been drawn. It has been reasonably successful. So all that we want you to do is to do your part as patrons and as followers to back up what we have. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Anybody say, I'm a Wildcat. How do you know you're a Wildcat? What have you done to deserve being called a Wildcat? Don't just talk. Go in your pocketbook, your wallets, whatever you got, the checkbooks, and send these people some money. All of this stuff didn't just happen. It happened by the grace of people that had the Wildcats at heart. I don't ever want to see anybody say they're a Wildcat and they're not doing what a Wildcat is supposed to do to be a Wildcat. So if you're going to get on board all the way. We don't deal with no sight people. You know, I'm going to come, I'm a Wildcat. Prove it by joining these clubs. Prove it by joining the things that promote the Wildcats. Then you can say you're a Wildcat. I've been affiliated with the Wildcats for over 75 years. And I'm going to do my part as long as I live. And I want you guys to participate as best you can. The old Chinese proverb says, pennies make dollars. Don't say, I can't do this, but I don't have $1,000. Everybody asks for $1,000. Well, they might have. But give what you can give, do what you can do. Don't be shy. You're not shy to criticize if things not going right. So don't be shy to give these guys compliments and praise them when they're doing the right thing and doing well. I'm a down Wildcat.
At this time, we have one question for Coach Sims from Chris Hayes.
Yes, sir.
Have you had a player meeting yet?
No, I haven't, but I will be calling all of our players personally tonight when I leave here.
They're all off campus, though.
Yeah, they're home for the break now.
All right, at this time, folks, we're going to break off into one-on-ones with the media for Coach, and then after that, we'll have some one-on-ones as well with fans. You can give your congratulations. And by the way, the Harold Lucas room, this is his room. So his picture is right up there. So that man has definitely given. So we want to thank him and everyone that has. Right now, we're going to have some pictures and then one-on-ones.